with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. This your boy Bubba, and you already know what I'm about to say, right? You are listening to Bubba's Banter. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyways. It's your boy Bubba, and you are listening to and watching right now Bubba's Banter. Guys, I have a wicked cold. It's not COVID, which I'm very, very excited about. I took 3 tests. I took a test yesterday. It was negative. I took one this morning, negative, and then I took one probably 5 hours ago. It was negative. So I think it's just a common cold. It came on quickly, like Sunday morning. I just felt very, very icky and did not want to go anywhere, and just slept all Sunday, which is not something I do normally on Sundays, but I slept literally the whole entire day Sunday. And then I woke up fucking throat hurting, head fucking wanting to jump out of my brain wanting to jump out of my skull. Yeah, fucking body was hurting. So I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? So I called out, of course. But we'll see what it is. I'm hoping that I feel good by tomorrow, because I'm supposed to be getting my hair cut. Because I need my hair cut. So I hope I'm doing good by tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah. Anyways. So you already know what I'm about to say, right? I ain't gotta say no names, or I ain't gotta say what I'm about to say. Go get these bearskin underwear, right? Go get these bearskin underwear. They were designed with the big boy in mind. If you use my promo code Bubba, you will get 15% off in the checkout order. And I don't even know why I said that first, but while we got that out the way, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on all my socials. One of my socials is Bubba's Banter Podcast, Bubba's Banter, or Bubba's Banter Podcast, The Real Doc Dre. And follow me on Facebook, which is the Bubba's Banter. I'm fucking this shit up today because I'm really fucked up. And I can't wait to get this person in, because we've been trying to get this show done for a while. It's been a long, long while. And tonight it might be a little spicy, just so y'all know. It might be a little spicy. So I'm gonna bring my boy Manny in, and we gonna banter with y'all. What's good, bro? How you living? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm ready to get cooked.
You're ready to get cooked? I had to make this intro real quick because I was like, man, I'm over here dying in my chest. I gotta lubricate. I'm sorry. I'm a girl. When I get sick, just FYI, I turn into a little princess when I get sick. So I might be a little catty tonight, just so you know. Anyways, I'm so happy to have you back on here, bro. So the last time you was on here, we had a conversation about the straight men allure, and that episode did pretty good. And it was very interesting because even after I left it, I was just I had so many thoughts in my mind about what I actually talked about. A lot of my friends, they kind of didn't like it, but they kind of liked it, which you kind of know how that goes. So tonight we're going to talk about masculinity, and we're going to explore the idea of masculinity and why it's important. I feel like we don't talk about how important masculinity is. And I feel like sometimes when we talk about how important masculinity is, sometimes it just gets brushed away because it's kind of looked at as boring. You're a boring gay. You're not, you don't have any spice. You don't have any, so you're kind of just boring to people. You're average, I guess. So, yeah. What is your feelings?
I was ready for that. I wanted to let you talk, and I wanted for you to ask me what I thought.
Start off.
I'm gonna get cooked. Huh?
Wait for a second. So to start off, because I really want to get this out too, is to understand the allure of straight men, we kind of have to explain or explore the concept of masculinity itself. So before we get really into getting cooked, what is masculinity to you? Tell me what your version of masculinity is. What do you feel masculinity is?
damn, I feel like I always gotta defend myself, and when I say that, it's because of what I'm about to say. Like, I gotta defend myself. I only see this far. Okay, like I don't see it all. I don't know it all. This is just my opinion from a very limited perspective. Like, I've only seen as far as I've been. So I'm already in my head. I'm talking to these like people on the other side of the mic, and they're like trans fighting in the front line, spokesperson, bro, compare me to them. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So keep
Yeah,
that context, keep that in mind. Like, I'm not going against these motherfucking, like, I don't know, these dudes in the front line who are housing homeless gay kids. Like, of course, if you put me against that, I'm gonna look stupid. So masculinity to me, as far as I see it, is like uh, basic things, with the basic things that, uh, of course, masculinity. That word is like, what is it? Because I have a small vocabulary too. Like, what society says masculinity is, and that's what I know to be like, uh, being brave, being defending your loved ones, and protective and honest, and anything that describes a boy or a man or a king or a male, like those words, right?
yeah,
And along with like society, what they think that is, like those things, basic,
right,
simple, easy.
right. Um, for me, when I look at masculinity, I will say masculinity kind of. I feel like there's always been like different templates for me. Like growing up with my father, being around my uncles, being around my brothers, being around um shit, some of my fucking gay aunties. There's always been like this machismo um version of what like masculinity is, this machoism, like, oh, rah, rah, like it's always been like, that type of thing. And then as I got older, I realized masculinity was it was just certain characteristics about you, um, that is natural that you display. It's not something that, oh, like, men don't cry, or, you know, men open the door for women. Like, it's not shit like that. Like, I feel like society kind of has tricked us into believing that that's what masculinity is and what it means. And then I just think that masculinity is just this um form. It's a form of natural characteristics that most men carry and that a lot of women carry as well. uh I feel like masculinity is just it's a broad spectrum, and that people have to kind of look at it from so many different angles. So
Mhm.
at least to me, that's what it is. um
I agree.
I mean, that's just how I look at it. But while we're talking about masculinity and traditional masculinity and things of that sort, um, I want to dive into this whole like straight men allure thing. Like, talked about this a little bit on the last podcast, but I think we kind of should revisit it a little bit, because I think you get a lot of flack for that online. Like, you post a lot of you post a lot of pictures of dudes. Like, dude, you post a lot of pictures of dudes like that are straight, and I know your inbox gets tore up from a lot of guys being like, "Oh my god, why?" Or, I mean, me and you even had like a little debate back and forth that one time, and that was just me being curious on like why you felt like that situation was cool, or why that person was cool, or why that post that guy posted was cool. We don't
Mm.
got to get into that, but like, what is it about straight guys that, like, I mean, it's your Instagram, it's your social media. We have free will to post wherever we fucking we want to post on them. Like, I think sometimes people kind of forget that too. Like, they kind of forget, like, you signed up for this, you follow this person, like, they post whatever they want to post in their story. But like, what does it mean for you to post this like that? Because I always wonder, like, is there like, like some people like to flaunt money and like to post with money, like, ooh, I got $500. Like, like people who are flashy, like what is it about posting like hot dudes like that to you on social media?
Well, I feel like I gotta give context. Like I like to sit in the pocket where uh where my bubble, my world,
Yeah.
I'm constantly trying to shock my stray followers. I just chose that. I chose that. It's like Kendrick wants to talk about be a certain thing, and Drake wants to talk about certain
Oh, you
things.
have to sneak that in there. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their pocket that they want to talk about. Like, I mean, technically, if Drake wanted to, he could get deep, but he chooses to make hits. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I mean, like, I mean, not everybody's gonna be a conscious rapper. Is all I'm trying to say. Anyways,
Okay.
I've chosen to be like this, um, and it really comes down to me wanting love, right? It all comes down to like if I was reading myself, I'd be like, bro, you just want to be loved. You really still want love from those people you grew up with, who are straight, who you loved or you cared for and wanted to be accepted by.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm constantly putting pictures of guys who are unlikely or trying to show them how unlikely I am to what they know to be gay because I'm aware. I'm aware. I've heard it my whole life of the circle around me who they consider to be gay, and that's all they know. So I'm constantly putting in their faces like, "Look, I like this, and I like your dad. I like people that look like him." You
I
know what
like
I'm saying?
that, bro.
Yeah, like I don't like this, and I'm not this guy that
Yeah.
like I'm like, and because I've talked to these straight guys, and we really get along. It's like, bro, if you didn't know, we are the same. If you didn't know I was gay, we're so alike. The
Yeah.
only thing that makes us different is that I'm gay, and when you find that out, you're like, whoa, what
Yeah.
the fuck? And then they gotta look in the mirror like, well, I'm not. They're like, hey, that's fine though. I'm not trying to scare you. It's just like, look how similar we are. That's my thing.
But I have to question this too. Like, doesn't that get exhausting though? Because it's like, why do you have to do the work? Like, social media is so fucking dope nowadays. And that even though when you look at media and we look at gay people and then the first thing we see is drag queens or RuPaul and this stuff, we also have other like masculine figures in like media. And so I feel like in 2024, if you think that as a straight man, if you think every gay dude is flamboyant and over the top and exaggerating, like that is a problem that is something that's internally like that's fucking with you because like there's no way that I will think like I know for a fact that okay, I'm gonna say this because I'm trying not to get canceled or get in trouble, but I know for a fact that every trans person is not the same. I know that some trans people, I know for a fact that I know that even though trans people there's non-binary people, there's trans women, trans men, I know that they're not all the same and they don't all live the same way. They don't all have the same way of thinking or how they look at certain things. And so for me, when I see someone who's straight and they think that, like, I just feel like it's exhausting, bro, for you to make straight people see that like you're not like the rest and that like you like the same thing and that you are different. I think that that is a problem that they have to deal with, like, and don't get me wrong, for me, like when it comes to straight dudes, like, man, I just want to dig, like, low key, I don't be like, you know how I feel about it, like and maybe maybe I look at it differently because I grew up, with all straight friends. I didn't have gay friends until I came out. So I when I was in the closet, I had nothing but straight friends and I hung out with them. And, I have 20 plus years relationships with most of them, and I still hang out with them. We still kick it and do shit, and nothing's different. You know, everything is still the same. Like as far as just the way they treat me, nothing's different. But they're still my brothers, and you know, we kick it and hang out. But so maybe my perspective of that kind of looks different because I don't know your background of that. You know, I don't know how you grew up with like friends and things of that sort. Because I think that does make a difference. Like some of these dudes, I don't be wanting anything from them but sex or like camaraderie when it comes to like lifting. Like there's this dude that was just here this weekend and we didn't get to hang out. His name's Austin, really fucking cool dude. I've been following him on Instagram for a while, and he's very, very cool, down to earth. And I've been wanting to hang out with him. I don't want to have sex with him at all. I think he's a cool dude. I want to learn. Like I want his body goals. I fuck with him. So, but a part of me was like, ooh, should I go hang out with him? Because I think maybe he'll think I'm trying to hit on him, or maybe he'll think I'm trying to fuck with him. Either way, you know, just because I'm a gay person and he's meeting a gay person off Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I kind of had that whole aspect of like, should I like how am I supposed to approach this type of thing with somebody that I don't know that's in my city, you know? But we didn't hang out. But it was something that I was thinking about the whole entire time, and maybe I was overthinking it too. But I do feel that straight people put that on gay people all the time. Like every gay man wants them, and so you kind of do have a point there. You know, I want your dad. I don't want you. You know, shit. But
yeah. I mean, I wanted. Well, you finished?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wanted just to let you get on. Well, the first, what you, I wanted to say that I agree. I agree. Everybody's different, and it does. I mean, I can see how it could, how you could say that it could get exhausting. Honestly, I don't feel exhausted by it. I think that I like talking about this stuff. I like
It's important though.
expressing, huh?
It's important.
I mean, to me, it is. It
Yeah.
means something to me, and I think it's my issue. I think I have an issue that I think once I get to a place where I love myself more, then
Right.
I'll put it down. I'll stop talking about it. But for now, I still enjoy. I'm proud. Like that's my pride. My gay pride is that I like this type of guy and letting it be known. It's
Yeah.
nobody's business. Like nobody gets reached to know. But I mean, growing up, my brothers, my uncles, they posted pictures of the girls they liked on their, on the wall, and I will see that, and like I
Yeah.
have that too. I have my
I
own thing
agree.
too, and I just remember in the movie Harvey Milk, the Milk was like, come out to your friends so that they can know that they know gay people, because a lot of them they think they don't know any gay people because you're not out. I mean, people who are feminine and they can't hide.
Right.
Those are real, that there's respect their gangster right there because they
Right.
can't hide. But us, they wouldn't even know the difference. So me by coming out to people, they're like, oh shit, I didn't know. Like, and then if some of them are trying to figure themselves out, they might look in the mirror and be like, who knows? That's not my responsibility. But and I'm not doing it for that reason. People have wrote to me that's happened, but I'm just expressing myself and what I like and sharing that on my wall.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I kind of wish now that you're talking that too is like I kind of want to like now that we talked about the straight man allure, I kind of want to let's consider like the broader impact of stereotypes and social expectations on men. Like I feel like when you think about like stereotypes, like how you said how your uncles and your brothers and them and they used to post pictures and have pictures up of females that they like, it's like why can't gay dudes do that? Like why can't and it's so truthful. Like now I will say that there are some things that could be problematic, like posting
Like
certain
what?
people that don't need to be up there. But at the end of the day, if you're into something and you like it, what's wrong with you posting this powerlifter up here, you know, or this person there, or this person? Like, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. And I feel like as much as people just hit the button on stories and don't be watching people's stories, it's kind of funny that people will like click on yours to harass you about posting straight guys.
No. People don't harass me about posting straight guys. Actually,
Okay,
no, that hasn't been a
correction
problem.
then.
Yeah, no, people get mad at me. I think that they are protecting a very valid thing that I'm not attacking,
Yeah,
and end up wanting me to. I don't know. They say that I'm being this like pick me person. Um, the things that I'm talking about are pointless. I should like I you don't even need to make a post about that. That I'm screaming out. I'm screaming out. I'm masculine and masculine lives matter. They think I'm this guy who's doing this whole thing, right? and I and I get that, but like I disagree. I don't think that's what I'm doing. Maybe I don't see it yet, but like I for me, what they come off as are like they're just protecting this thing that I'm not attacking, and
yeah,
I'm like that's fine. Like that is a good thing. That's cool, but I'm speaking from things that how do I say this? I would have to give you context. I would have to give you a story. Like there's people that I've known, friends that I've had who were feminine, who were going to ballrooms. These motherfuckers are mean, like mean, crazy. These are people who I've met in therapy, in group therapy. So right, so like I went to group therapy for the first time, met a friend, and this person had been there for years before I was. And when I started talking to him, I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, "I guess I, I don't know." This was hurtful to him. I was like, "Oh, I know what kind of person you are. You're one of those people that do that thing." And I like, and I was did like a sloppy version of like voguing or ballroom dancing, right?
okay, yeah,
And I guess he felt like I clocked him. So he, from there on, but also he had a crush on me. So he was kind of constantly just like, he had me saved under his phone under like boring bear and constantly telling me that I wear like whack ass jeans because I don't wear crop top like mesh Tommy Hilfiger, like bootleg Tommy Hilfiger, and that because I'm just like regular masculine type shit. And I wasn't over here like talking or going to ballrooms and uh, shit like that, you know. But like I was cool with him. I never talked about him badly, but he constantly had a problem with me being how I was. So, and I never defended myself. So on social media, I do have a platform. So when I'm posting that stuff out there, like, yo, you can be like this. It's all good. Don't listen to these cats that are like him, that are constantly trying to like tell you that your gay card is going to be taken if you don't know who RuPaul is or you don't know
yeah,
about what's that Divine and shit like that. And I'm saying that because when I came out, people told me you gotta watch Noah's Ark and you gotta go to know who RuPaul is and I was like, and I watched these things, but I was like, yo, I don't really care about this. Like
yeah.
it's cool, whatever. But like I would knock out watching Noah's Ark, like, and then these dudes will be really
Hey,
into
don't be
it.
coming hard. Don't be coming for Noah's Ark.
I'm not. But look,
Hey,
what I found, all I'm trying to say is what I found at the end of all this. Like I came out at 21, I'm 34.
yeah,
At one point, I was like, you know what? I really don't have to. And this might seem common sense to anybody, but to me, it wasn't. So I'm talking to any other kid that or young 21-year-old that's like me. Fuck it. Call it what you want to call it. Stupid, ignorant. I don't know. I was stupid, ignorant, naive. But I found that I was like, at the end of it, I was like, I could just be who I was. Like when
yeah,
I came out, I should have just continued being me and put and making space. Like, yo, I'm
yeah,
coming into the game room and I'm gonna make me a thing. Not I don't have to start and go become one of them or one of them. You know. So like
I agree.
that's all I was trying to say. Make space. If you came in as a skater, be a gay, be the gay skater, be the fucking crump dancer. Like
Yeah, no, you're right. Because I feel like that's when I first came out, that was my thing. it was like I feel like I needed to know this, I need to know that, I need to know this. Even though when I was in the closet, going back to Noah's Ark was my gateway to gay culture. I didn't really know about gay culture until I started watching Noah's Ark. And then when I came out, especially be in the bear scene, because I didn't really know about the bear scene that much, besides some of the videos that I used to jerk off to and shit. But uh, when I came out, I just found it was really hard to fit in, and I didn't fit in anywhere. And I felt like I didn't know how to be, and I had to change who I was. I felt like I needed to know certain like sitcoms and certain things to talk about, wear bear colors and shit. Like, like, like I had to do all these things to fit in with these crowd of people who really don't find me attractive to a degree. So like it was like, what the fuck? And then I got to a point where I was like, fuck all that. Fuck all this. I'm gonna be me, I might sprinkle a little here of this and sprinkle a little bit of this here, but this is who I am, and this is what I'm gonna be. A lot of people in the community, what I found is that they are harsh when it comes to you being different from them. Like they really are harsh about it. Like I remember when I first started my podcast, how fucking harsh some of my friends were. Like consider like gay friends. Like, oh, you think you're famous now because you're making a podcast? Like, and I know friends give you shit, but like, goddamn, like, like, goddamn, bro, like. I'm doing something that I like and I love because I like to conversate or converse and have conversation with people online and offline. And so this is one way to get that out and to have people that I call friends who are it was only the ones that are in the community. And then on top of that too, like I realized my music choice and selection is way different than most gay folks. There's some gay people who we click and listen to the same music, but like, I'm not really a girly fan of like certain girl rap. Like I'm not really into like, the Nicki Minaj's and all that stuff. Like I like it, but I'm not like a fan girl of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be like, oh, I'm team Nicki Minaj or I'm team Megan or I'm team this. Like I just like it for rap.
See, and I am, but I just let motherfuckers talk because they talk to me like I'm not, or like I don't know. And in my head, I'm like, just because I don't post this shit, but like I'm a major Nicki Minaj fan, like
Yeah.
down to lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
I'm keeping up with the beef with Cardi B and but like I just watch how people come to my page and talk to me. And I'm like, why don't you ask me? Like, what did you mean by this? Or what? Why did you say this? But they don't.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say was I have a friend who messaged me. No, I have one of my best friend was like, "Yo, I used to follow you on Tumblr, and when I was on Tumblr, when I was like behind closed door, I wasn't out yet, and I used to look at all this shit, and I was like, damn, like, oh, I'm not like that, and I think I'm gay, but I don't relate to this, I don't relate to that." He was like, "But then I found your page." He was like, "And you were posting about like." You were posting lyrics, and I knew those lyrics, and I knew you were talking about Lil Wayne and this, and I was like, yo, well, I do relate to this guy, so maybe I am gay, but I'm more like this guy.
Yeah.
And that kind of shit encourages me to continue to be myself out loud. You know what I'm saying? But people take it like if I'm like, oh wow, look, I'm masculine, and I get why they're saying that because they feel like it takes no effort to do this, and in a sense, definitely doesn't compare.
Sorry. I didn't want to talk over
No,
you.
it doesn't compare to like
Yeah.
making room to be more feminine. And I
Yeah.
get that. We do need to make more room to be that. Uh, and I guess that's where they say, like, I don't know, your videos are pointless. But not because there's people here who are telling me who are gay, but they feel like they don't identify over there. So when they see me, they're like, okay, yeah, but I'm more like this.
Yeah. I mean, so what you said there about, making space, I think that even though it takes no effort, it still matters that it should be there. Even though it doesn't, I mean, yeah, it may not take effort to be masculine, it may not take effort to do this, but it still exists. So why can't we highlight that as well? Why? Like one of my biggest issues for me, and I've said this publicly on here once before, is that I hate that in almost every gay black movie or every movie, that is like black cinema, the gay person happens to be a feminine gay black man. And I hate that. And it's not that I don't hate feminine gay men. Feminine gay men are the reason why low key I even have the rights that I have. Or not low key, but high key, the reason why I have the rights that I have. But the representation of gay men in a lot of these films, and yes, there are some films where the gay men happens to be more masculine appearing and more things of that sort, like the movie Moonlight, and there's some other ones too. But the majority of movies where a gay black man exists, he always is the flamboyant, over the top, does hair in the salon, type of gay men. And I hate that. I don't like it. And it doesn't mean that
This is
it doesn't mean I don't like feminine people. It's just that I wish that there would be more representation for people who look like you and I in movies that way.
yeah. So it's hard to describe this because I can't put it in people's hands, and it's like a thin wax paper like veil, but it's like I understand what you mean, right? I get it because I get that. Like, it's good. I don't know if like an activist will be here. Like, no, we could never represent a masculine and gay man because the fight has to continue with making room for femininity to be comfortable. So the fight it has to be that way, and I get that. However, in the human experience, it is really fucking awesome whenever there's like a straight man. I mean, a straight man, a gay man, and he's not feminine. Because I feel like at a point that kind of backfires and it starts feeding the people around me that like the stereotype, like everything's like this. Imagine if you watch the movie about a black dude, right?
Yeah.
And he's different. He's different. He's different than what the norm. But they always throw like, but you guys know me. I love watermelon. Like they always have to. They always got to throw in there like that we love designing or that we have a fashion sense. And it's like, nah. Like not everybody's like that. Like they have to sprinkle stereotype in there. Like how doesn't that sound stupid though? If I put it in the other example, like, bro, my best friend hates fucking watermelon. Like that's ridiculous. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm a watermelon fucker, but the thing I don't like doing is eating watermelon in front of white people. Yeah, it just
What?
I do not, bro. I do not like eating watermelon in front of white people because I always take a picture of me and post it on Instagram or something. Like, look at this nigga over here eating watermelon or some shit.
Like they're gonna be like, I knew it. Like
I feel so uncomfortable. This is a secret that I don't tell anybody. I'm being vulnerable right now. I do not like eating watermelon from white people, especially when it's on the hug, bro. Like if it's like in a bowl, I can do it, but like when it's on the hug, like nah.
Look, bro, it makes. I just want to say, for no reason, take this as people want to take it. It makes no sense how delicious watermelon is.
It's bomb, bro. Especially with some tahini.
Not even just like that. Just how God made it.
I like it with salt or tahini, bro.
Oh yeah, that too. But when I'm thirsty or I'm going to bed and I don't know, I don't want to eat like something shitty. I pop out a little cup of watermelon. It's God Himself is feeding it to me. Like, oh my God,
watermelon is fire. But
yes.
Okay.
But it's that, yeah.
So for the last thing I want to ask is, so in the light of us talking about straight men allure, stereotypes, and things of that sort, what can we work on like redefining what masculinity is, and like what do you think masculinity is going to look like 5 years from now as a gay man, not as a straight man, or shit, I don't know why I said straight. As a gay man, what do you think masculinity is going to look like?
As a straight man. Damn, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna look like. I just feel like maybe in the future that won't matter. Like it won't exist. It will just be like because maybe that will end. And maybe that's the goal, right? Maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind and be like, oh shit, you know what? It's not gonna be about um masculine and feminine. It'll just be a perfect blend of both. It's like we're not gonna separate or label
Yeah,
things. I don't know. And this is probably the kind of shit that people in Cleveland, Ohio, are like fighting to teach the like confusing the children. Like, no, girls are like do this and men do this. I don't know. I don't. There's definitely probably some valid points to that perspective. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, But the other thing sounds great too, like the gray area. Maybe there'll be space to be black, white, and gray area, where
yeah,
like some guys are very that way, masculine to the norm, and that's okay. Feminine, the norm feminine, and then there's like a gray area. And then there or like a mixture of everything, right? Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And it'll all be okay.
yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like I would love to me when I think about masculinity, especially like the future of masculinity within the gay community, is just seeing more representation of like people that are more masculine, more butch, more just not overly flamboyant. And when I say masculine, I'm not saying you got to be all machismo and like rah rah bitch, I'm gonna hit you over the head with a club, ho. Like, nah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like just like be not even necessarily say be normal, but just be you. Like you don't have to put on the dresses, makeup, and heels to be gay. Like that's not what being gay is. Like that's not what it is. It's not putting on makeup, hair, and wig or makeup, wigs, and dresses. Like that's not what being gay is. Like
Well, I feel like it's not only that, like
it's
that.
not only that.
Yeah,
There we go. You're right. Correction. Thank you. Because I know how the girls like to tussle. And the moment I post this up, they're gonna be like,
everything,
fuck
everything.
you, fuck you. And I'm gonna lose a whole bunch of followers.
100%. Like,
Nah. For real though, because I just feel like I think at some point we really are looking at like we are really just making being gay one thing and it's just multitude of things. Or it's a sexuality, but the personality and the characteristics of that gay individual is just there's so many different versions of it. And I just wish people would take that into consideration. So
yeah, you know what? I I don't know. After having this whole conversation, finally being able to have the conversation without getting attacked, um, and hearing myself, I really do think the end goal will be to just be however, like,
you.
but not yeah, like not black or white or like which is kind of how it is now. It's like no, it needs to be this way or this way, and it's just I think like if it was all just okay with however it was, however. However, I agree with all of that. All of that, yes, there should be how you are wherever you are in the spectrum of masculinity and femininity. I support that. That's where I'm at with that. Okay, nail that to the fucking wall. That's my answer. However, that doesn't take away the fact that I'm constantly defending myself on my account
Yeah.
from from because I don't know if you guys think these motherfuckers are angels because they're not. These motherfuckers who go to like who have slapped me, they slapped me. Like there's some dude who slapped me in the face because I wasn't like him. And it was not wait, hold up. And it's not because I'm afraid of him that I didn't beat that ass, but it was because of where we met. We met in a room of therapy, and this dude had more years in there. And that might be like somebody that tells you, well, just because you went to church, you can't expect that Christians are healed. You know, some people in church are really bad, so I get that. But this dude was in my car, my homie. This was my homie. We would drive to the bars listening to Missy Elliott. You know, like this is my homie. And one time he just smacked me, and I was like, "Yo, why you smack me?" He's like, "I felt like you needed that." And
Fred.
and eventually I was like, bro, you realize if I was like the people I grew up with, because I'm not threatened by him, but I was like, if I wasn't working on myself and I was like the dudes that I know, like I will beat the shit out of you right now. So like like this person never made amends for that, never apologized to me for that. So like I'm over here constantly talking to people like him. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. I get to be me. I don't need to be more like you. I get to be where I'm at. And it doesn't mean that when I become an old man, I'm gonna fucking transform into this like feminine person. Like if this is where I'm at with it and this is where I'm gonna die with it, that's all right.
All right.
That's the people I was talking about.
Oh, I would have fucked him up if it was me, and if I
I
was there,
mean,
I would have fucked him up for you, for
yeah,
them.
but imagine if you're like trying to better yourself, and this is somebody especially at the time I respected, and I'm like, this guy knows my like darkest secrets. I've been opening up to him, and I'm like, when he hit me, I was like, damn, like I had him on a pedestal, and, and that shit was just fucked up. Eventually, we ended up getting into it later, and I tried something different, and I did go off. Uh, I was like, bro, afraid of you, I'm not. But like you've been fucked up. It reads me up and down. Like, oh yeah, you're this fucking. He swore that I was this feminine guy who is insecure with myself. So
He's
that's why
projecting.
I am where I'm at.
He's
And that
projecting.
like yeah, like the end goal was you're supposed to be like me, and you're not there yet. You're there type
Yeah.
shit.
Some people do that too. Before we go, I want to touch on that. That's going to be the last thing. A lot of people, a lot of gay men do this a lot, where when you don't do exactly what they do, they will tell you that you are what they are. Like, I remember one time I was walking in the club and this dude was like, "Why are you trying to act all hard? No, you're not hard." And I was like, "How am I walking all hard? Bitch, I'm walking through the middle of the club. I'm not even paying attention to how I'm walking because when I'm drunk or tipsy, how the fuck are you gonna tell me how I'm walking?" And then like when I came in one time, I was with a group of friends, and one of my friends, we were all hanging out, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, y'all? What's up, bro?" And he was like, "Bro, like, stop acting like you straight. Stop acting like you masculine." And I was like, "Girl, it's okay that you can't be like me. It's okay that you're not naturally like that. Like, I can't help it that I say bro, and I can say bro, and then I can say sis in the next second, or I could, say girl. I could switch it up, and then also be, I can go back to my natural self. I can't help it. It's called code switching. When I get around my gay friends who tend to be more flamboyant, like I get around them and I code switch because I want to be in community with my friends. That's just what it is. But a lot of the time,
100%.
I'm myself 100% of the time.
But the thing is, have you ever clowned somebody for being feminine? Like, you're not a girl. Why are you talking like that? Yeah. Why are you talking like you're a boy? You're not a girl. And never have I told somebody that.
No,
Never have I shit on someone for doing drag. Matter of fact, supported and respected their gangster for it. But I get shitted
no,
on for not being that.
I've shit on bad drag now. I shit on bad drag, but good drag, but bad drag, I shit on it for sure.
Not even that. I'd be like, oh, I mean, people are working on their shit, but like, it's crazy because I felt the shit it this way, like, why, like, for not wanting to do drag, for not trying to be more feminine. And it's like, bro, I'm not telling you to be more masculine, and I don't clown you for being the way you are. Like, I've been nothing but supportive of what you're doing. Have I said that I'm not sexually attracted to it? Yeah, but that's just my thing. I'm not trying to tell you to
Right.
be changed and shit. Like that's like I don't like apples. Like you know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking thing. It's crazy though, and I feel people are wild.
They are wild, bro. But all right, y'all. We have made it to the end of the show. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you follow my Instagrams, which is see, I'm fucking it up right at the end too. Make sure you follow Bubba's Banter podcast, my personal, which is the Real Dog Dre, and please follow me on Instagram or Facebook, which is Bubba's Banter. And please make sure you follow me and subscribe to all of my streaming platforms like Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, a whole bunch of shit.
All that.
all that, and then make sure you go get those bearskin underwear. I don't feel like pulling them out right now. I got some behind me, but I gotta reach, and I don't feel like reaching. Go get those bearskin underwear. Please make sure you use my promo code Bubba, and you will get 15% off on the checkout order. They are very comfortable, and they were designed with the big boy in mind. All right. Also, get the swimwear because summer is up, so make sure you get them the swimwear out there. The swimwear is bomb. I'm telling you, fucking bomb.
Like Young Thug said, you don't want to walk out the pool with no swimwear gear. So get that. Get that.
All right. You want to shout out? I mean, you want to shout out anything? I mean, we know who you are.
Shout out Sir McLaughlin, Ty Diggs, and all that. They're gonna be in my next R&B album. We're gonna make the me and Dre are gonna make the next
Here you go.
motherfucking a Bronx Tale 2. You feel me?
We can make the Kendrick verse Drake be part 2, and I'll be Kendrick. You can be Drake.
I'll be Drake. I'll be motherfucking Malibu's Most Wanted.
Whatever. Anyways, so you guys go follow him on Mannybagadounts on Instagram, and you see it on his shirt. And yeah, I'll see y'all when this show comes out or whenever I post it up.
Hashtag pick me. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.